As some of you probably don't know, Strafe is an indie, roguelike, twitchy first-person shooter that is greatly considered to be a love letter to classic shooters like Quake and Doom that are very similar in terms of gameplay and graphic visuals, basic, twitchy, and fast. The game was developed by both Devolver Studios and Pixel Titan, Devolver knowingly having a strong history of games that take inspiration from old games like Doom, mashing it together with modern game styles and making the old concept more awesome. Games like Enter the Gungeon, for example. Now, as much as I love this game, I do have a few bones to pick with it and whinge about to get it out of the way. More to do with some of the gameplay, but with graphics optimization as well. And before you little shit kids say, it's meant to be like that only due to the fact that you nut onto your monitor or TV playing shit tons of Minecraft, optimization and performance is not graphics themselves. I mean the overall graphical performance and how well the game runs with the specs I have. You fucking brain-dead lemmings. Okay, so first of all, the graphics. Now, although I love the game's retro art style, the performance in some places on the PC port is just fucking appalling. I don't know any other way to describe it. I'm not sure what it's like on the PlayStation 4 port or high-end PCs, because mine just runs on the high-end spectrum of Intel Core i3 processors, but according to the specifications listed, I have exactly the same specs in the recommended list, if not slightly better in terms of graphics card, and it still runs like an old cuckoo clock churning the bird in the gears with most graphic intensive situations in the game. I did lower the resolution to the lowest possible with the lowest graphics setting possible, but still the game fucks me off and decides oh, no fucking way, mate. It may have to do with the fact that all the dead bodies of the gluttons and crawlers you plow your way through like a combine harvester still exist as objects that can gib, or jib, however you pronounce it, and the excessive amount of spraying blood being a 3D object rather than 2D sprites on the low settings still. Realistic Doom 2016 style blood splatter effects with blood decals and bullet shells still existing. I know the devs were probably trying to attain some sort of realism, but still, sometimes you have to break the realism rule with game physics in order to maintain a 60 frame per second performance rate in what should be a fast-paced Twitch shooter. I mean, overall, I think the graphics are fine, but in terms of maintaining performance, there is a lot of work to be done. Secondly, gameplay. The gameplay in Strafe is very good, but in some ways it can be very bad. Most of this will just be me bitching and moaning, but hey, if you enjoyed my video on CS:GO, Counter-Strike Classic Offensive, you don't know the half of it yet. The gameplay, like I said, is very like old Quake, but what I don't like are those bloody vent things that vomit alien gook into your face, which of course harms you, because every game needs a good old cliche. Mind the blood decal physics though, you can demolish the orange puddles of death if you lure a glutton into it, punish it with a shotgun to the face, and let it squeeze all of its juices out of the neck and onto the orange death jizz and flood it out. The other thing about gameplay, and this I came across very fucking often, glitches. Most notably, the glitch where your character starts to ignore the map colliding script laws and float through the floor or the walls, placing you in a glitch dimension, which is basically a more fucked up version of the gadget shop. As I continually ran into this one a lot when I started playing, I just started getting pissed off rather than chuckling a bit like the first time, but coming from a developer that left this joke during E3.
Got a lot to tell you about, much of which will blow your mind up, some of which will frighten your extended family a little, a small amount of which will get some of you arrested, possibly even slightly aroused, all of which is designed to subtly convince you to give us your hard-earned money. I hope you are ready, Devolver digital fans, for the future of video games and the future's future, tomorrow's unethical business practices today.
I don't think you can ever ask for more, really. You just can't. You can't ask for more than that. But I can't just sit here and bitch and moan about the bad stuff. Some of the best things in this game, it is just reminiscent of the good old days of first-person shooters, or Doom clothes as they were referred to back then, where you could just grab a shotgun and blow the enemies' heads off and squeeze all of their juices onto the floor, to the point where you would need a hose to just clean it all off. The game is roguelike and brutal, so more often than not, you will never be playing the same level every time you die, which is very often. The game also has a survival game mode where you need to clear out each room branching from the lobby and spill the most blood as you possibly can make your enemies. I kid you not, this game actually measures the amount of blood in gallons that you've spilt. It ain't just buckets, hombre. You're gonna need multiple shipping vessels to ship all of it by the time you're dead. If by some fucking miracle you manage to survive the game to the end boss. First of all, congratulations, and secondly, fuck you. You've now finally made us migrate to Mars, still carrying 5 shipping containers worth of the gore you've just let flood planet Earth. Thank you. I love how when you are loading one of these survival maps, they use the America Online connecting garble.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
What a lovely sound to listen to. If difficulty is not your thing, then you can switch to the newly added easy mode for practice and ease your way through the game. Still probably dying a bunch. When you start the game, you are given the choice of starting with one of the 3 weapons available to you. So you've got the shotgun, the assault rifle, and the plasma cannon, the bolt shot. I don't fucking know. You really don't run into any different enemy types until the 2nd floor of Icarus, the first sector, but, you know, fuck it. This is a game, it's still fucking fun to play, and that's all I have to say about Strafe, really. Thank you for letting me vent about this game, guys. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? If you enjoy more content like this, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and not fuck me off like the viewers of YouTube that only watch the first 2.5 seconds and then switch to the next. And as always, I will catch you later.